Afrelich and Purim just wanted to share a brief Torah that perhaps can enhance your Purim Seudah and experience of Purim. There's a pasuk which stands out that when you think about is very difficult to understand. As the tide begins to turn against Haman in Perek Vav, after the episode of Haman returning Chavel v'Chafoi Rosh with his head covered after leading Mordechai on the horse of Achashverosh, the Megillah says, Vayisaper Haman Zeresh Ishto l'chol avav, that Haman relates what happened to his wife Zeresh, to all of his beloved ones, Eis kol asher kara, everything that he experienced. Vayomru lo chachamav v'Zeresh Ishto, and they responded to him and they said, Imi zera Yehudim Mordechai asher chilos impolu fanav lo suchalo. If this Mordechai comes from the zera, from the descendant from the Jewish people, then you're not going to be successful. Kinafol tipolu fanav, you're going to fall in front of him. Imizera Yudim Mordechai? If Mordechai is from the Jewish people, it's obvious Mordechai is from the Jewish people. All of the hatred that Haman has had towards Mordechai throughout, the hatred towards Klal Yisrael, is all because of Mordechai. He knew Mordechai was a Jew. Zeresh knew Mordechai was a Jew. What does it mean, Imizera Yudim Mordechai? So Rav Meir Shapiro, Zichron Livracha, the one who began the Daf Hayomi, explained beautifully. The Gemara tells us on Daf Tez Zayin Amud Aleph in Maseches Megillah that at the time of the Gzeira against the Jewish people, Mordechai went out and he gathered the children, and he was learning with the children the halachos of Kemitza, of how you take the Korban Mincha, how the Korban Mincha is offered. He gathered, they learned Torah, and that was going to be a zechus for Klal Yisrael, as the Medrash says. That, he said, Meir Shapiro suggests, is what the Megillah was trying to relate. When the Chachamim of Haman and Zeresh Ishto said, Imi Zera Yehudim Mordechai, they were saying, if the power of Mordechai comes because he's from and perpetuates the Zera Yehudim, he's from a lineage in which it's not just Mordechai standing by himself, but he's part of that Shalshelos HaMasorah. He is teaching, he's perpetuating the Zera HaYehudim, because he's teaching Torah to children, and there's no way that you are going to survive. There's no way you're going to survive. Because the Torah of the children, when the mitzvos, when the Masorah is passed on to the next generation, that makes it an unbreakable chain. And when you become a link and you grab onto that chain, then you are that much more powerful. And that is what they were saying to him. Yes, Mordechai is a Jew, but if Mordechai's power comes that he gathered the children together and they're learning Torah and he's passing it on, that is going to be a zechus. Then you better watch out, Haman. The Yom Tov of Purim is one in which we have another opportunity to give over our Masorah to the next generation, to show what it means to be able to be misameach together, to give to other people. The mitzvahs hayom are all about giving to others, of showing how it is that we can enjoy the gashmius and use it as an opportunity to raise up in ruchnius. What it means to have a spiritually live community and family. The more we can take those messages on Purim and give them over to our children, give them over to the next generation, it makes us and them that much more powerful, because we grab on to the Zera HaYehudim. We are part of that chain, we are part of that Masorah, we are part of what's giving over and what Zeresh was afraid of. Because Haman knew if the Jews stand by themselves, if it's just Mordechai, then maybe I can do something. If they're an Am Mefuzar Mefarad, if they're separate people. But if they're all linked together, and there's that sense of Achdus, there's that sense of Masorah, there's that sense of passing on the message of Purim, Mizera Yodim, Kinafol Tipol Lefanav, everybody will fall in front of us. Because the power of Klal Yisrael, when we are one, not just when there is Achdus, certainly when there's Achdus, but there's Achdus, and there is giving it over to the next generation, then that makes us unstoppable. It gives us the ability to withstand and to hopefully merit that by Yomim Mahim Bazman Hazeh, that at this time we too should have the Geula and La Yehuda Yisrael V'Simcha V'Sasim Yikar Kain Tiyalanu.